I am back from breakfast and now we can get about a day. It's supposed to be rainy in the forecast today, but the sun is shining pretty good. But I am seeing the clouds up in the mountains. I mean, they're pretty low today, so I may actually insert a picture of that beautiful view with those clouds resting on those mountains. But the other thing that I need to do right now is plan my day. The time now is 11 o'clock, so we have to be back on the ship by 3:30. So I have enough time to go out and do a little freelancing, walking around. We'll see how it goes. But I do want to get off the ship because we will be at sea for the next 7 days. So we won't have an opportunity to go ashore or disembark the ship for 7 days when we arrive in the Bahamas. So I definitely want to get off today, get some walking in, which I'll be able to do it on the ship as well. But when there's an opportunity to go ashore, I try to take advantage of that opportunity, especially when it's a huge gap between when we will have another port day. So one of the things that I did do is I again decided to not do any excursions. They did have some available, but I think it would be the exact same experience that I had yesterday, and that was the Monte Carlo cable cars and the toboggan ride and botanical gardens. So I got a lot of pictures of the island, and this is an island. There is a lot to do, but something that I probably would have wanted to do, I've either already have done it or is sold out. So today I'm going to stay on low ground and probably jump on the shuttle and go over to the shopping district where it's right across from where we are. I just need the shuttle to take me over there. There's probably even a ferry that I could ride to get over there, but I'm on water. I'm ferrying across the seas, across the Atlantic Ocean. 15 days of a ferry ride is probably more than enough, and I would never say it's too much, but I can shuttle over as well. That'll be just as fine. So I'm going to go out, see what's going on out there. Now, everyone be patient with me because this is going to be new. I'm doing it for the first time. So when we get down there, which I am taking you all with me, to be fair, when we get down there, if it looks a little bit confusing and I don't know which way to go, just work with me because I don't I am experiencing this for the first time as well. So, and we're going to do this together, and we're going to make sure that we remain safe and we remain alert and we stay close to this ship, so that if I do need to run back to the ship or get back on the ship, it's not far. So I try to always, when I freelance, I like to keep the ship in my view. I don't care how far away I am, I like to see the ship when I am on my own. So if it looks a little confusing, it won't be chaotic. It will not be overwhelming. I'm not going to overwhelm myself with it. It's not that serious. I can easily do a nice little walk and stroll down and do a nice little walk and stroll back up. It's not that serious. So let's go out here, explore the city on feet, freelancing this bad boy, and maybe an hour or two. It's 11, 12, yep. About an hour or two, because we have to be back on the ship by 3:30, and I actually really want to be back on the ship by 2 and get lunch and relax for a while before events start tonight. So we're going to freelance style. Let's go. make sure you follow these signs. Well, they do have buses out here, but let's see. I don't know. Like I said, we are definitely freelancing today. So this is the taxi area right outside of the checkpoint. They also have hop on and hop off. If I see one of those, I may jump on that. I'm seeing a lot of people walking this way, but they were actually going back in. We'll just see. If not, I'll come back and I'll get a taxi to take me over to the shopping district. But let's see what's up here. I thought I was following a crowd, but that crowd is going back in. They have all kinds of buses parked out here. And I don't know what's the other way. Okay, so that's not a good direction to go in. So let's go back the other direction. I'm not gonna make this hard on myself. I would love to just walk and get my steps in, but not to the point where it's overwhelming. So I got a little help. Get on the shuttle and it'll take me to the city. Carnival shuttle there, and I just have to come back to this area. There's my ship over there, and I have to be on the back on the shuttle by 3. The last shuttle leaves at 3 o'clock from here, going back to the ship, because we have to be on the ship by 3:30. But I will be back way before then. There's another Carnival shuttle there, so they have free shuttles running from the ship to the city, so it's pretty cool. And we're down in the city now, so it wasn't as chaotic as I thought it would be, but I am going to cross over because it looks as though all of these shops and all on that side. Well, I did see some a little further up, but it was a little further than I want to go. I wanted to hop on the hop on hop off bus, but I don't see where we can get those, so if I see one of those, we'll get on the hop on hop off. But they have all kinds of shops up in there, houses and all. I'm just waiting to cross the street. Okay, I got my green light to cross over. It doesn't stay long green unless you cross one time, and after that, that's the bus that I want to get on, the hop on, hop off. So if I find where to get on one of those, I will. That looks like fun. We're just going to a walk here right now. I don't know where I'm going to stop. Like I said, this is all freelance. Find me one of those hop on, hop off buses. I mean, if I wasn't so full, I would stop for some Portuguese or some local food, but I kind of had a big breakfast. Looks like a pretty nice place to eat. Well, they have ice creams. Maybe I go in there and try the ice cream. It is a little crowded in the city today, so it's kind of hard to film without recording people. So I will try to keep it at a minimum as much as possible and make sure the camera is not in their face, but I will have to record a few. or a lot. We came back on yesterday from this road. They're the church bells. That's beautiful. If I remember correctly, this is the Parliament building here. We passed this one on yesterday. Our tour guide said it doesn't look that fancy on the outside, but it is elaborate on the inside. We're coming up now on a lot more shops, so maybe we'll get to do a little shopping. That's a beautiful street up there. That's cute. There's a McDonald's. Oh, of course, there is a McDonald's. And I don't eat McDonald's in the U.S., so I definitely won't eat it when I'm not in the U.S. Those are apartment buildings up there, and they all have sea views. They actually see it looking right at the cruise ships. This is their view. Cruise ships and sea, palm trees. What a beautiful view. And talking to the tour guide on yesterday, the cost of living here in Madeira can be very pricey, as you can imagine. Looks as though every house has a view of the sea. Beautiful up there. There's a statue up there I want to get a picture of. Let's walk up there. Maybe I work up an appetite to stop here for a snack. Looks like sushi rolls for sure. Oh yeah, Kansai Japanese food. All kinds of little restaurants over here. Oh wow. Oh, another city. There's an entrance to the Madeira Military Museum. I think I'll go over there and see what the entrance cost is. Maybe something interesting to check out. I love museums. And I have something in common with Madeira. Maybe not their military, but definitely Portugal military. So let's see. So there are hours here when they're open. I'm looking for the cost to enter. Schedule. And it's probably here. Yeah, there it is. So €2. €2.50. I have that. So let's go into the museum. Well, they're closing for lunch, and I don't want to come back. They're going to be closed for about 2 hours, actually, an hour and a half, actually. He said they'll be closed until 2 p.m. I want to be back on the ship by 2 p.m. And this is the, I don't know. I can't really say it. It is the Palace and Fort of S. Lourenço, so St. Lourenço, I guess. You probably can tour in there, but because of cost, I'm going to sit that out. I mean, because of lunch. It may be lunch. Keeping my ship in sight. this is the fort here. It's next to the museum. I believe there is a tour going on in there right now. I'm going to bypass that. They have a little restaurant, sports bar, and grill next to it. Some gallerias, lots of places to shop and eat along this walkway. See, like all these little places. I thought they were hotels, but they look like all restaurants and shops. It's even on the bus line too. So you have the bus line right here. So you can just get on the bus. Very convenient. Are we gonna keep walking and get those steps in? So this is the marina shops here. And I didn't even go over in that area, but they got rental cars, and if you have international driver's license, there you go. You can get a rental car. I used to have an international driver's license, but I have since, it has since expired. And I doubt very, 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 very seriously that I would try to renew it. But that is the marina shops, kind of like a shopping mall. Little area to shop over here. Let's go check it out. The entrance is on inside, so you have the supermarket in there and as well. So we'll go in and check out what's going on in there. You have gelato. I'll get some gelato or something on the way, maybe. Again, I'm not as hungry. I do have ice cream here. But let's go inside. So that was interesting shopping. And now I'm going to cross over because it is now 12:40 and I want to be back on the ship by 2. A beautiful view here. That's beautiful. I'm just crossing over. And now I am on the ship side. My room is actually on this side. I can see it from here. If I can put an arrow, I'll point it out to you all, or I'll point it out in the picture where my room is on the ship. There's a little restaurant right there, but I'm still not hungry yet. I bet that's where you can get hop on, hop off tickets. But I am heading back to the shuttle so that I can get back to the ship. This is a beautiful island, but I don't want to be left here. So you can always get a one-day ticket and get on this. I do believe it's the hop on, hop off. Pretty cool. It's not hop on, hop off, but looks like it is similar. We're going to walk back down this way, back towards the shuttle. So this is where you purchase hop on, hop off. You just pay here and hop on. But they have the 24-hour pass, 48-hour pass, and looks as though 5-day pass. So I would have wanted something like 1 hour. Sit around in the park and just watch the cars and people go by. It's a nice, quiet, peaceful place to sit. However, there are lots of people passing by, so I'm not sure of how quiet it is, but it seems quiet. Well, maybe not, because I'm thinking the cars and everything as well. But there's the fort. The fort there. I said, there are lots of restaurants. Let's see what's here. We even have pictures. Looks yummy. But I am so full. They have some kind of omelette mist. Ooh, it looks very good. Yummy. Yeah, pizza as well. Panadas. Oh my. Fritters, which we call fries. The pretty flowers. They do have their share of mopeds in this area as well. But I guess to take those hills, it is necessary. You really have to watch yourself. And then, of course, I'm filming, but you have to be careful and watch front, back, and side. With people walking, it's just like driving. You run into people, people run into you. So I have to be mindful of that as well. I have to stay out of their way. And of course, they're trying to stay out of mine. I'm near where the buses are parked. And it's as though you can get on the ferry. He's selling some things here. I don't record people. You're not in there. He was holding his head down. He doesn't have to worry about it. I don't want him in my video. He probably don't want to be in there because he's selling stuff he has no business selling. Along here they have all kinds of food trucks. You can grab, just this is food on the go. You grab something and then go sit in the park. And this is the park. We'll walk through there. This is so beautiful. The buses are over there. So we'll just walk through here. Going back to the bus. Back on the ship. Oh, wait a minute. Let me show you all this. The ship is leaving. Oh my gosh. I think they've been here as long as, I don't know. This is the name of the ship. It's been here about as long as we have, I think. Look how big it is. Isn't that awesome? One ship, yep, it is the ship that was here yesterday. So they were here for 2 days as well. so cool. Look at them. I have to look up where this ship started. So amazing. What a connection. It's like you're part of this cruise family as you wave each other farewell. And who knows, you may even actually see someone on each other on another ship and not even know it. Especially if you are a frequent cruiser. But there she goes. And we will be sailing away in about another 2 hours. We sail away at 4:30, and the time right now is about, maybe right at about 2:30, a little bit before 2:30. Okay, so we are back, and I'm so glad we had a chance to catch that sail away. Wasn't that awesome? It is always really good when you sail away and there's another ship, even if they sail away. It's just so much fun. We have ball. You probably couldn't hear it, but a lot of calls from each ship, but it was kind of faint, so you probably didn't hear the whistling and the calls, but it's really amazing, and I love it. I tell you where it's really, really fun. It's in Florida, in Miami, in Port Canaveral, because they have so many ships in those areas. When you are departing, oh my God, it is so awesome. And they have their horns going. That ship was quiet, and certain places probably don't allow the horn, so I only hear the horn in certain places. New York, of course, and I've heard it in Florida, but then on certain islands I don't hear the horn. But anyway, my battery went straight dead, so I don't even know where it went dead at, but let's just go ahead and get some rest. How about that? I'll pick you all up a little later.